Where should the camera go? Everyone focus up. Until the computer is barely visible. Please enter the current time. Okay, done. Why question marking? Bro, I thought I had 24-hour clock. Wait, let me tweet that we're streaming. You need a 2-minute delay? It's 52, shut up. Pog, let's go, man.
Impressive.
You will get spoilers in the chat. Okay, I won't read the chat, I promise. I won't read the chat. Okay, here's the tweet. Can you guys do something to that tweet? You don't have to do anything if you don't want to. Okay, let's check the settings, make sure we're all good. Field of view is always maxed out. Desync off, borderless. Quality profile high, audio, let's turn it down a bit. Controls, easy. English, subtitles on. Okay, we're done. We're done. Okay, mods, if there's any spoilers or backseaters, do that. The end is never.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
It's my job!
Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending,
Make it louder, there you go. Is that better?
Stanley relished every moment that the orders...
I skipped by accident! When I tapped back in, was that important? It wasn't important. Okay. Small. Someone said increase the volume, so I did that. Okay, let's try again. Let's try again.
This is the story.
Everyone focus up. The game started. Nothing happened. Okay.
Stanley worked
for a company in a big building where he was employee 427. Listen up. Employee's job was simple. He presses the button.
He sat at his desk in room 427
Press the button.
and he pushed buttons on
Yep.
the keyboard.
Yep.
Orders came to him through a
Monitor on the desk. Yep.
telling him
What buttons to push. Yep.
how long to push them,
Fix them.
and
Yep.
in what order.
What order?
This is what employee 427 did
Every
day
month of every year.
month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the
Yep.
orders came in, as though he had been made exactly.
He loves the job.
And Stanley was happy.
He was happy.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget.
What happened?
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi.
The world ended.
Never in all his years
The world
at the
ended.
company had this happened. This complete isolation.
I'm lagging.
Something was very clearly
I was
wrong.
lagging there. You saw that?
Shocked, frozen solid.
What the fuck?
Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time.
You saw me lagging there?
But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Is that where I'm supposed to move? I got out of my office.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Meeting room. Go to the meeting room.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Where's the meeting room? Go to the meeting room.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay.
Yet
Meeting
there was
room.
not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Is that a machine gun? No, it's not. I got good pace, no?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
What if I go downstairs? Now what, pussy? Now what, pussy? Get in my car?
Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss.
Wait, what?
Admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
I'm not
All
crazy.
of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Tried to juke it, I tried to juke it.
Simply repeating. No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream.
When I'm going in circles.
What a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
Did I
He
lose?
thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm
can't
still
juke it.
lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner.
What?
Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing
Every time I click,
itself
I can hear my
being considered
keyboard.
by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts.
Yeah, what the hell?
And while he thought
stars
it all
are gone.
very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was
1, 2,
Stanley
B4.
simply deceiving himself, believing that if
1, 2,
he's
B4.
asleep,
1,
he
2,
doesn't
B4.
have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical
before.
stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control.
What is happening?
That this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job, All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Yeah, okay.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
What did I do wrong?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Huh?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life.
Am I dead?
She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
We completed it! It's done. Huh? Bro. Now I'm stuck again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I have to do it again?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed
I have
a
to
memo.
listen to him. I have to listen to him. I have to listen to him. Okay. Listen to him. Listen. Listen. (4B3) sales in the quarter.
When Stanley came to a
Left
set
door,
of
left
two
door, left door.
open doors, he entered the door on his left.
A plant? That looks like mine actually. What the fuck? It's the same paintings on every wall.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Get Chris out
Stanley
of the broom
decided to go
closet.
up to his boss's office, hoping he
Hire,
might find an
fire the
answer
paper
there.
guy. Who moved my desk? Wait, I need to read some of this probably. It's gonna help me. Make sure the There's no one in the broom closet though.
Oh no! Oh,
No, I'm going.
To
No.
be part of this. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
To be rich, is it a crime? To make commands, is it rich? What a life it would be to just pick one. The beige pages. Kung Fu Panda? Why is there a gun to his head? The boss's office. I'm here.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of
What
any
was it? It
human
was
life.
214B.
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had
12B4.
been
1,
keeping
2.
from him.
B is 2,
And
so
the
it's
boss
1, 2,
had
2, 4.
assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly
I misclicked.
have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code.
Nice, good taste.
Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
There's no elevator. Just go down. There's it. Oh, it's an elevator. Okay, we're in the next zone. Okay, we're doing good so far.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think.
There was a floor there.
To question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
FPS is bad? Really? Oh yeah, the FPS is bad. What the fuck? Something's wrong then. The anti-aliasing is high? Probably because it's not full screen, that's why.
Man.
Is it better now? Tell me if it lags again.
The lights rose on an enormous room.
VSync is off. Is that bad? Should I put it on?
Packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Sorry, I hate they're ruining the immersion. There we go. Now we're chilling. So this is the mind control facility. Cigarettes. Someone's been here.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee
There's
in the
me.
building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Aware.
This
What's the
mind
first number?
control
1.
facility,
What's the last number?
It was too horrible
600.
to believe. It couldn't
Fired.
be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to
No.
believe it.
He got
couldn't
fired.
accept
104 is fired.
His own life in someone else's
104
control.
fired. 104 fired. 104 fired.
It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible?
104
Had he
fired.
truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Mind control status off. Activate power cells. I have to put the power on.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation.
Off! We turn it off! Boom. He wants me to choose on, but if I do that, I get mind controlled.
Chill of uncertainty.
Or am I already mind controlled?
Was it over?
Wait.
Yes. He had won.
Boom.
He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his.
Pretty.
And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
That's a world record.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him.
Big.
This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Life. Beat the game. What the fuck? Yo, I got an achievement. Dude, what is the goal then?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
To have fun? No.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
I go right this time.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to
this
business,
guy is trolling me.
Stanley took the first open door on his left.
This guy's trolling me.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Does this game have an ending?
Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
I misplayed.
Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
I wanted to jump on the railing. Fuck's sakes, man.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Okay, now don't fall.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
I can make that jump, though.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the
I can
story
make that jump.
has been about nothing but you all this time.
I knew it!
Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Blue.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley.
Blue.
You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
The exit!
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Yep.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want?
Give me a machine gun.
Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
Pog, let's
Tell you
go,
what,
man.
let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. A 1?
It was the night Stanley came to a realization. The player controlling him was a rat who had a dead plan, a hamster who hates him, and who can't make playoffs. Unfortunate, really.
How did you don't know?
1? That's not even helpful.
How did you don't know that noise?
But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look. Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on.
I'm not going to follow him.
A lovely opportunity to give it some play testing. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Yo, Daniel, thanks for the 10 gifted. You're nuts.
In this game, the baby crawls left
thanks for the 10 gifted. You're
towards
crazy.
danger. You click the button to move him back to the right. And if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience. You heartless bastard.
What?
Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
What?
Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas.
I can't save it.
I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing.
It's over?
Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
There's...
Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley?
Shut
What's
the
our
fuck up.
backstory?
There's no way he's
What is
put
our
me in this game.
motivation?
Firewatch.
Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man, spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted, erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity.
What
so
the
far,
fuck?
I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
There's no way he's got me playing Firewatch. I can't. Oh, I can. Wait, what if I don't go? We Firewatch. What if I don't go? Can I close the door? Okay, I think I have to go.
Oh no. No, it can't be.
What? What is it?
It is. It's an open world game.
Shut
Good
up.
God, quickly, block it off. Oh,
You're such a troll.
what a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just
Shut
go
up.
in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing. Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design.
Where's my car?
Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this
I think I
game,
could be good at this
I will
game.
be phenomenally impressed. Okay, so what exactly do we
I think I
do
could go
here?
pro in Rocket
Let's
League.
see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports
Yo, Boaster, you wanna go pro in
What
Rocket League?
fun.
Me and you?
We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Big. See, like, look at the dribbling. Look at the airtime. See that?
Hold on. What are you doing? Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you.
What?
How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back. We still have so much...
He's gone. He's gone. I won. I can't see shit. I can't see anything. I'm free. But is that the drop? Only down. Shut up. What is this? Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide? A light. A light. Wait. Am I stuck, step bro? Am I stuck?
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back.
I killed him.
Way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Huh?
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
Is the game just
When
like...
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left. Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Shut up!
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Pog, let's go, man.
Hee-ha, who see
Shut up,
is
Boaster.
just like poop.
Wait, I'm here again.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
Nope.
This time, suppose we don't wander so far off track,
Thanks,
okay.
Daddy Pedro.
From the top.
Okay, this game, like, there's no ending.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
There's no ending. Oh, well, there is tons of
When
endings.
Stanley... Wait,
Huh?
what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
This way. Then this way, then left. This way. Plant, left. Right, hard left, out. Saved, game solved. Back in, left, right, left.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise
Shut
you
the fuck
there
up.
definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not? All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything? Aha! I knew we'd missed something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps. Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all.
I'm going schizo.
I don't think so. I can't quite recall.
My brain can't handle this game.
Story took place in an office building.
There's no ending. I can't keep going through endings. I'm losing it.
Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
XTD.
Oh, no, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people were fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay?
Wait, 1 sec, I'm gonna grab
getting
some.
weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Wait. I got a drink. Adventure line?
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the
Caedrel
Stanley
box
Parable
streamer.
Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
No.
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
No.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that.
Zigzag?
You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
No DMCA.
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Wait, what? We're back at the office? No.
What the fuck, man?
Ryan, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell? Oh, no,
Aha!
not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted
Aha!
you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart. You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story?
Yeah, true.
Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction? Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story.
Yep.
Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines.
Bro, I'm going in
monitor
circles.
rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Stop saying DDX playoffs.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
No.
Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right,
is this like wave A, B, C, D?
Taking the right door lead us to where we're going. And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts,
if you follow the line, you'll make playoffs.
Is the correct one. Another victory for logic.
Shut up.
Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Pog, let's go, man. This is the one.
Oh, hold up, what's this?
Hey lil bro, do you know when is Faker coming back?
Ending.
I am afraid T1 not making
Dia
it
V8 end up narrator discover aimless narrator office dead end.
Eight times?
8 restart
Really?
narrator
How
restarts
all
get bored and leave find a bookstore wander in the blackness there's no longer.
Determined?
These are all the endings.
So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written.
This game is like Mr. Nobody film.
Wall.
Sit down.
Well, you
Sit down.
consulted me. Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped. Does that mean did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we?
What?
Eventually.
I'll see if I can find the best racing line.
If you...
What the hell?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Hey, the
Stanley
game's broken.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
I
missed the
can't
memo.
go to the meeting room.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time understood true, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Okay, I'm done with this game. I'm done. I'm done with this game. I think I'm done with this game. I think we're gonna go next game. Funny game, unique, but
Yet there was not a single person here.
I can't do it anymore. I can't do it. I get it. There's loads of endings and it's really cool. It's cool, but I can't focus. I can't focus, man. Like, what am I supposed to do all game? I'm like, oh my god, I'm dying. Sorry, that was disgusting.